Hello everyone and welcome to a match of Starcraft 2, played by people that are way better than me. The map is going to be 2000 atmospheres and it is time to look at a Protoss versus Protoss. Warping in the upper right in red, it is going to be herO. And the opponent on the other side in the bottom left wielding blue probes, it is ShoWTimE. A Protoss versus Protoss, where already the builds are looking identical. You might even be able to say both of these players are Protoss and know what they're doing. Probes even going out at the exact same moment. Are they gonna high five? High five. They actually kind of connected to the face. I guess they high-fived with their faces. Do probes have faces? These are existential questions I need to get away from before we have a crisis on stream. Can't have that. Both probes into the main base of the opponent. Just going to do a little bit of harassment, maybe take some minerals. But the important thing here is scouting. You're keeping an eye on your opponent. You're seeing those gas timings, you're seeing the cyber core go down. If you are a little bit of a cheeky, aggressive bugger, you could try and do a gas steal. But that's not going to be the case in this game, though. Both players did take their Vespines on time. Nobody is going to have to deal with any shenanigans. Except for this. Laser beam. Bzzz. You have to admire probes, their attack specifically, because you know it's just a little laser beam, like a very low grade taser, probably, is what it feels like. But to them, it's everything. Oh. Ambition. What is life without ambition? Both of these probes are going to have to deal with army units in just a second. There is one deviation in the build already, though. ShoWTimE went for an initial sentry and is trying to hide it. Now, why would ShoWTimE want to hide it? And more importantly, is he really going to get away with it? Because herO sees just one stalker. And herO, of course, went for double stalker, wherever the second one. No, he didn't. I thought he had two stalkers. Oh, now I'm just confused. What is this? I could have sworn he had two stalkers building. Alarak.
Pitiful.
I don't know what I was expecting. Moving on, though. Blink is going to be the tech choice for herO. ShoWTimE still hasn't actually chosen anything. Robo. Now it's down. Robo facility, so a bit of a deviation here from the tech choices. That's usually when you start to see Protoss builds, no matter what the matchup is. There's the Adept. As I was saying, no matter what the matchup is, Protoss decision making really comes down to those tech trees. Do you want Twilight first? Oh, good battery placement by ShoWTimE, able to keep that Adept out of the base. ShoWTimE with 3 sentries, herO with only 2. 3. Third one just finished. Very good. Those sentries, of course, are used for this bad boy here. A hallucinated phoenix to provide vision, scouting, intelligence, and information. And herO actually might benefit greatly from the information he can get here, knowing that there's a robo on the field. Forge going up behind it. Extra gates for herO, though. Could herO be wanting to get aggressive? With him choosing Blink, it really is kind of up to him, I feel. The Blink player can put on some more pressure. The Robo player could, in theory, with Immortals, I mean, there's crazy builds too. You've got the proxy robo on that side with batteries, but I don't think ShoWTimE's really that kind of crazy. ShoWTimE is known as a shield toss, which, for those who may not know, is very defensive. You like to get your 3 bases, in a manner of speaking, your 3 bases. You get up the tech tree, and then you win the long game. herO, not so much though. Already blinking in with just 4 stalkers, takes 1 shot at those buildings. He's just checking everything out, and he's actually going to recall. Those were some really damaging stalkers, I guess. He did take a shot at the gateway and sees all of ShoWTimE's important tech nice and clumped up. The Immortal is in play, Warp Prism being made for herO, who also has his robo, obviously. He's making a Warp Prism. Third base is quick, change the subject. Third base is going up. So definitely a bit of a macro game here. Blink Stalker is going to move across the map. What is the real plan though? 4, about to be 5 gates for herO. ShoWTimE only on 4 though. So there is that potential, but ShoWTimE does have the Immortals. The Immortal count can absolutely deal with these Blink Stalkers, which are provoking a Guardian Shield and then just backing off. And now the Warp Prism can get into the main with sentries. Force field the ramp with a huge warp in. Stalkers blinking forward. Can they win this battle? Extra force fields going on the ramp. ShoWTimE has blink though. No, not yet. He doesn't have blink. Oh, I thought it finished. It's almost done. So now the third base is left vulnerable. ShoWTimE can't really take that fight without the Immortals. herO gonna exploit the Immortals' poor mobility. They're very slow. They have, tiny legs. They can't make great strides, not like a Colossus, which can just go up and down cliffs, because that makes sense. +2 attack upgrades are absolutely even, but ShoWTimE's charge is going to be very late here. More Blink Stalkers coming in, trying to pick off a sentry, not able to get it right away though. Those 2 Immortals are the bulk of the army here. I would quite enjoy watching 2 Immortals fling those Stalkers around. herO is working on some Immortals of his own. Meanwhile, both players are going up in the tech once again. Not a very explosive match. Nobody went for anything proxy here. Hallucinated Phoenix trying to shoot each other is a funny prospect. ShoWTimE, of course, having to go with a different third base. A little bit behind herO in that respect. Losing the initial third down here because the Immortals were too busy shuffling between bases. It's frustrating. It's aggravating. ShoWTimE gonna scout the presence of High Templar on the map. Will they be for Archons? The answer is probably. My personal experience, it feels rare to see Storm used extensively in PvP. Protoss units are just so durable. I mean, Zealots have 150 hit points, so it takes 2 full Storms to bring just Zealots down. That's not even talking about things like Immortals, which would just laugh at a Storm. Speaking of Immortals, herO bringing up his own forces, 1 Archon versus 2 Archons. What's going on over here? Warp Prism dropping off a few charge slots. There were already Stalkers in position, and the Warp Prism, he's wishing he got it. He does get it. A great pickoff. Meanwhile, moving in over here, ShoWTimE putting down force fields and then running over them with Archons. Not the most productive of choices, shall we say. Archons, of course, so thick, so wide, the force field cannot simply handle it. Force field goes pop once it meets an Archon. And as a general rule, that's massive units. So things like Colossus, things like Archons, Ultras, force fields can't handle it. ShoWTimE trying to get some damage done on the other side. Army supplies are very even, worker supplies are even, so I'm not at all surprised to try and see some advantage eked out here from both players. Single adept gonna be picked off. Gets 3 probes though. Actually not too bad for 1 adept at this stage of the game. You get them. This base is a bit hard to press unless the army is caught out of position, which might be exactly what ShoWTimE is trying to do here. Instant warp in, but herO senses it. ShoWTimE's trying to draw him out of position to leave this base exposed. He's not going to take the bait though. He's a herO. He knows what he's doing. Stalkers and Zealots in this group. Disruptor tech going to be made for both players here, but... oh no, they both have 2 robos. ShoWTimE just started the 2nd robo production, so we're moving up again. We've got Archons, we've got Immortals. Let's get Disruptors. I like it. Disruptor is one of the most explosive units, both figuratively and literally. Sending out their orbs of death and destruction. Orangey goodness. Let's see. What kind of battle do we have in place here? 1 disruptor on the left, 2 on the right. Charge lots pressing forward. The battery already being taxed down to half energy. 2 disruptor shots. Oh, 1 connected. The disruptor died on the right side before its orb could go off. ShoWTimE now has 2 disruptors on his side, but herO bringing up a 3rd. This is a really tough choke to crack. I don't blame herO if he wants to back off and try and set up a pincer here. Charge lots, Archons on the left, disruptors. ShoWTimE! Show! Oh! Dude! ShoWTimE! Oh, good counter disruptor shot on the Immortals, but it's just too much. herO has too much now. That disruptor shot, oh man, that was painful. herO pressing in now. ShoWTimE actually just gonna call GG and tap out. That disruptor shot was money. Chef's kiss. Gorgeous shot. ShoWTimE, I don't know what he was looking at, but it was not his army. So herO gonna capitalize on that with a massive disruptor shot and just take the game wholeheartedly. Army supplies down to 20 for ShoWTimE after that battle, and herO with 110, uncontested. If you enjoyed the game, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a great day.